All right, down under proclamations and swearing-in ceremonies, we're going to flip this on you a little bit. We're going to start with the swearing-in of the newly appointed municipal judges. Judge Sandra Watts is going to be administering the oath of office, and if those municipal judges would come down, we'll join you down here. Rudy Garza is chairman of our municipal court committee. So Rudy, if you'll join me down here, we'll get these folks underway and get them sworn in.
Good morning. Hey. Congratulations. Thank you, Judge.
Ready?
Okay. I'm going to pass this to you in just a second.
Got it.
At the time your name is called, with the following two newly appointed judges come to the front. You're already here, so that's great. Our two judges are going to be Judge Juliana Siracusa Rivera and Judge William Bill Bonilla. On behalf of my fellow municipal court committee members, Councilmember Molina, Councilmember Guajardo, and Councilmember Hernandez, as the chair, it is my pleasure to introduce these judges to you, and they'll be sworn in as the city's newest municipal court judges. And then, of course, our swearing in is going to be conducted by Judge Watts.
I've got a mic, thank you. All right, would you please raise your right hand and state your name after you hear me say I. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of municipal court judge to which I have been appointed and upon which I am about to enter, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States and of this state and of this city, so help me God. Congratulations. Oh, I know. You bet. Thank you for asking. You bet. It's picture time.
And Judge Hilda Tagley is here. We're glad you're here to witness this. Make sure Judge Watts did it correctly. She's got experience. She's done this recently several times, and so she's going to be on the payroll for long.
I was going to say, my third time to swear people in.
If you've got family folks here, where you got family members that are here, they come up and give them. Well, come up here. This is a big day for family, and you'll introduce each. I'll give a chance for you to introduce the family folks. So this, I know this is an exciting day.
Good job, man. Good job.
Oh. All right. Well, that lady.
While they're coming up here, you want to sign your oaths, please?
Well, I was brought up ladies first, so we'll let her introduce her family member. Oh, you need to go sign with the judge.
You have to go sign
so
your
the judge
oath.
can witness it.
How are you doing? Good to see you.
All right. Well, I'll let you introduce family, and then we'll let Mr. Bonilla.
Okay. So I have my husband, Augie Rivera, no stranger to the city. My daughter, Carolina Rivera. My sister, Christina Siracusa, happens to be in from California. And my mom, Luli Siracusa. My dad, Peter Siracusa. And my son, Miguel Rivera. And I'm missing two kids who are not able to be here. But I think I brought enough. So.
And here with me is my wife, Cassandra Bonilla, my parents, Rosie and Ruben Bonilla, my brother, Ruben Bonilla, and my in-laws, Sandra and Bob Flores. And my grandfather is seated over there.
Well, this is just a little extra for Father's Day then and Grandfather's Day, so proud of him. I see Ruben up here. I'm not as old as Ruben, but he and I were at Ray High School together, so I know you're proud, you and Rosie, so it's a great day. Thank you for your service. We look forward to your service, and welcome aboard. Now go to work and make some money. Give him another hand. Thank you very much for your service.
Congratulations to all of you.
So much.
You bet. I think we're taking a group picture here. Got it? Yeah.
Not until the end. Okay. Dr. Scott?
Yeah, we'll do it. This hers?
Yes.
Am I doing it?
Yes. All by yourself. And you can have your edited version, whatever you feel comfortable doing.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Glad to do it. All right, next, if Dr. Scott, if you'll come up, please. And if you've got family or those that are here supporting you in this, well, we want to ask them to come up too. Okay.
God, good to see you.
Well, today we're going to read a proclamation or a declaration that this is Dr. Gloria Dean Randle Scott Day, and I had the pleasure last night of going to the Juneteenth banquet for the Solomon Coles Awards banquet, and she was the ramrodder or the whatever she was last night. She even substituted for the Girl Scouts. The leaders that were there got hung up and couldn't get there, and they said, now the Girl Scouts present the colors, and lo and behold, here she comes carrying the flag, and I got to think, wait a minute. But anyway, when I read this, you'll know why she did that. So you're come on down here. You don't need to stay back there. Come on down and be in support of her. Come on. All right, well, I'll begin reading while you're coming on down. Dr. Gloria Dean Randle Scott was born in Houston, Texas, April 14, 1938, and attended Blackshear Elementary and Jack Yates Secondary School. She attended Indiana University on a scholarship and received a BA and MA in zoology in 1959 and 1960, and received a PhD in higher education in 1965. In 1961, Dr. Scott's career began as a research associate in genetics and embryology at Indiana University Institution for Psychiatric Research, and she taught biology at Marion College, making her the first African-American instructor at the predominantly white college in Indianapolis, Indiana. Upon graduation in 1965, when I see we graduated at 65 at the same time. You were graduating college, I was graduating high school. So, Dr. Scott moved to Knoxville, Tennessee. She was Dean of Students and Deputy Director of Upward Bound, a pre-college educational program funded by the United States Department of Education, which assists eligible students in their effort to successfully complete high school and obtain a college education. She relocated to North Carolina A&T University in 1967 when she accepted the position as a Special Assistant to the President and Education Research and Planning Director. In 1975, Dr. Scott served as the first African-American president of the Girl Scouts of America. There's where you're Girl Scouts. You've been a Girl Scout a long time. And she joined the Junior Girl Scout Troop 155 at Jack Yates School and later noted that the segregated troop provided her with unique experiences and helped develop her leadership skills. During Dr. Scott's year as president of the Girl Scouts of America in 1978, the trefoil was redesigned and the new symbol highlighted the diversity of the Girl Scouts with a silhouette of 3 girls, black, white, and brown. She returned to Texas in 1976 and worked as the Institutional Research Planning Director at Texas Southern University the following year and moved to Atlanta, Georgia to become Vice President of Clark College. In 1980, you're the kind of lady I like. I'm in the moving business. I like people that move around. In 1987, she was selected president of Bennett College, an elite black women's college in Greensboro, North Carolina. In 2001, she resigned her post and moved to Corpus Christi, Texas with her husband, Will Braxton Scott, a sociology professor. Mr. Scott, a veteran, died in 2004 and is buried at Arlington National Cemetery. Dr. Scott currently resides in Corpus Christi. She's received numerous recognitions, honors, and awards throughout her life, including Who's Who Among American Women, Famous Texas Women, 6 honorary degrees, League of Women Voters Awards, and the Urban League Award, just to name a few. She also serves as Chamber of the Juneteenth Coalition as a member of the Black Chamber of Commerce and Delta Sigma Theta sorority. Everyone has an inherent responsibility to make better any place in which they transit. Dr. Scott took this responsibility and made it a lifelong pursuit. Investing in the enrichment of the African American woman of today, tomorrow, and many years to come, she has made a definite impact. She has exemplified the courage and the tenacity to endure and overcome racial and gender biases encountered along her 81-year lifespan, and she still fights today for equality of treatment as well as education for all Corpus Christians. Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim June 18, 2019, Dr. Gloria Dean Randle Scott Day in Corpus Christi. And encourage all citizens to congratulate and join as we celebrate the national treasure here in Corpus Christi. So thank you very much. Congratulations on a life well served, and you've got many more miles to go. So you do. So congratulations. Let's give her another hand, and let's get a picture of that. And these ladies. And there's the proclamation. There you go. All right, well, let's get a picture.
Another photographer. One. Oh, and a day to remember.
All right. This is always dangerous, but I'm going to let her say something.
Well, Mayor, to the city of Corpus Christi, thank you for taking the risk of making this Gloria Dean Randle Scott Day. I said that all my creditors will now know where I am and can come and collect. But the best thing that I was going to do, and I will try to do it on the way out, I'm going to slop and twist my way out.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Councilman Smith's going to help me with this next one. The reason he's going to help me is that he and Alonzo were friends when he came over.
You graduated ahead of them, didn't you? Well, this year is kind of a big year for Corpus Christi. This is the 500th anniversary of the mapping and the naming of Corpus Christi Bay. There's very few places on the North American continent that can go back as far as that. But the 500th anniversary of the discovery of Corpus Christi Bay. Alonso Alvarez de Peña was a Spanish explorer and cartographer who was the first map maker in Texas history. In 1519, he led an expedition along the Gulf of Mexico from the Yucatan, from Florida to the Yucatan Peninsula. This was the first map of the Texas Gulf Coast. Part of this discovery was that Florida was not an island. Before that, everybody thought Florida was an island. Another, he discovered the Mississippi River. And then the last thing on this first original map was Corpus Christi Bay. So 2 items, the Mississippi River and Corpus Christi Bay. In 1519, on the Roman Catholic feast day of Corpus Christi, Alonso de Peña discovered the lush semi-tropical bay on what is now the southern coast of Texas. The bay and the city that later sprung up there took the name of the feast day celebrating the body of Christ, Corpus Christi.
Okay. Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim June 20th, 2019, 500th anniversary of the discovery of Corpus Christi Bay in Corpus Christi, and encourage all citizens to observe this day in ways appropriate to its importance and significance. So 500 years, that's a lot of time that we've been identified and known about. So we just got to get our message out. People tell us we're just a good city that nobody knows that much about. Well, we've had 500 years. We're going to have to improve on that. So I appreciate that. I don't think there's nobody here on the original ship, so we'll just is this going to the Historical Commission, or who's going to get this proclamation? Who's the group that requested it? Are they here? They couldn't make it. Their ship hadn't sailed yet. All right. Well, we'll give it to them when it arrives in port. Okay, we got these folks here then to be sworn in. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And I'll try not to mispronounce your name, but no promises. The following people have been willing to commit their time and energy to serve on one of our boards and commissions, and the council has appointed them to serve, and we appreciate that. And we'd like to ask them to come up at this time, and I'll identify them and their committees that they're going to be serving on, and we'll take the oath of office. Christopher Busk, Food Service Advisory Committee. Angel Cruz, Human Relations Commission. Billy Farmer, Padre Isles Management District. Ronald Jeffers, Padre Isles Management District. Vernon Morris, Padre Isles Management District. Mary Lou Cano, Retired and Senior Volunteer Advisory Committee. Robert Snyder, Retired and Senior Volunteer Advisory Committee. And Linda Lozano, Senior Companion Program Advisory Committee. Is this everybody, or are we missing somebody? All right. Well, thank you very much for your willingness to take the time to serve and give us your input and advice and counsel on these different boards and commissions. If you'll raise your right hand, I'm going to say aye, and then I want you to say your name and then repeat after me after that. So, aye. All right. Do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of a member of the board to which I have been appointed and upon which I am about to enter, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States, of this state, and of this city, so help me God. Thank you very much for your willingness to serve. You are now officially sworn in to go to work, and thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's gather up and get a picture here, and then we'll get you, that lady right there will make it official that get you signed in.
Orange.